Hello and welcome to this short tutorial that will explain the functionality of Amera S2DIO. Amera S2DIO is a utility that gives architects and designers the possibility of rendering their projects in scale. Its idea is to calculate the required resolution for an image and place an orthographic camera at a specific distance based on the scale that the user has chosen. Let's begin by opening a file. It is really standard. It has a plane to represent the ground, a light source, and a model of a building. What we would like to do is render the front facade of the building in a scale of 1 to 200 so that we can use it later in a 2D application for further editing. We can of course just print the image and use it for other purposes. So we open Amera S2DIO from Rendering, Amera S2DIO. In the main window we see the paper type groups and the various paper sizes available for that group. We have built in a preset manager so that the artist can organize and save their own presets. The file that is output from the preset manager is an XML that could be easily transferred to another PC or edited manually. The next bit is the output settings. Here we specify the orientation, paper dimensions, render quality in terms of dots per inch, and render size. The last bit is the viewpoint settings. Here we specify the point from where we want to look at the subject. So we're going to choose the front, and we are going to input the desired scale, which in our case is 1 to 200. We're going to choose A4 as a paper size from our drop-down list and input a quality of 150 dpi. We click Create Camera, and we can see that a new camera has been created in the scene. Now we will go ahead and render the view. We have a render in front of our facade that when printed at 100% on an A4 will be in scale of 1 to 200. The whole utility has been designed to be straightforward and easy to use. Amera S2DIO eliminates the current workflow, which is either to render a larger than necessary image and then scale it down in Photoshop, or even worse, rendering a smaller image that would lose quality when enlarged later. We're going to look into the option of a 45-degree view. We will go ahead and select that option from the drop-down menu. We will keep all other settings as they are and just click Create Camera. A 45-degree camera has been made in the viewport. But that's not all. Since Amera S2DIO uses 3D Max built-in camera, we have all the features available. Let's go ahead and open the group of the camera so we can get the available options. Now let's tune on the clipping planes for that camera. Clipping planes are a nice way to cut into objects. As you can see, the camera not only cuts into the object, but it also cuts the ground, so that if you have, say, a basement, you will be able to see it in the rendering. In this last example, we will show you another feature of Amera S2DIO. Imagine you have a model that you want to explode into its various components and render it. Let's focus onto one of the windows of the building and explode it into various segments. We will now adjust the subject according to our save frame. We will choose Custom from the drop-down list and uncheck the center camera on the selection box. Let's click Create Camera and then render the view. As we can see, there is an unwanted clipping that occurs. This could be fixed by selecting on the bottom right corner the option to move the dolly camera and the target. When we move the camera using that option, we don't actually zoom out, but we just move the camera and the target together. Since this is an orthographic camera, it will keep the same scale of the object. Just move the camera cone backwards so the clipping wouldn't occur. Now let's render the view and see the effect of that workaround. Good. Let's save this render for further editing. Okay, so we have run through the basic uses of Amera S2DIO. In the next tutorial, we will be showing you how Amera S2DIO can give that additional realism to the real-world architectural models. Thanks for watching.